My name is Derek Hawks. I am the new Assistant Principal Trombone in the Nashville Symphony, and I'm from Plano, Texas. The last 2 years I was in the Jacksonville Symphony down in Florida, and previous to that I had played a year in the Bangor Symphony in Bangor, Maine while I was in grad school in Boston. This institution, I think, is on such an amazing hot streak right now. I think in addition to the Grammys, the Hall is revered all over the world. This is an orchestra and an institution that really seems to be doing everything right. And that was a terribly exciting thing when the job was posted, to think about how it could work out and coming here. I've probably been here 4 or 5 times in the past 6 years, and every time I've come here for a bunch of reasons. I just love the city more and more. And in this industry, you don't really get to randomly pick up and move and choose where to live, so you're often at the mercy of the availability of jobs. So when the stars align and you actually get to move to a city that you really have dreamed of living in, it's a very special thing. The trombones, if you will, can really be used as enforcers, used as the big guns in some of the most impactful moments of the repertoire. But I think also the fact that it can be, the trombones and the lowbrows in general can be used to portray a very vocal sweetness. When you hear chorales in a Brahms symphony or a Mahler symphony, there's just a dripping thick sweetness about the sound of a great low brass section, and I think those moments are what make playing the trombone very special. I'm an enormous fan of Bernstein. I think that he developed such a special, at least subgenre of classical music and kind of a crossover sound that is so unique and particular and so enthralling and approachable universally. So that's always just a blast to play and to listen to. One of my very, very favorite composers. As far as people, as far as composers who are active nowadays, one of my favorites is Sidney McTee. I find her works to be very invigorating and a lot of fun to play and to listen to as well. Well, I'm really into craft beer and craft coffee, and Nashville is quite a town for that. From everything I've gathered before coming here, and certainly in the couple weeks that I've been here, I think the international cuisine is obviously appealing, and where would I be without hot chicken? I'm really not ashamed to say it, but I think the music throughout the Star Wars series is just incredible. I think that was all John Williams over decades has been incredible music. So maybe it's not exactly appropriate to say that was the peak, but for me, I think that is the music that is just incredible on how it fits that narrative again. I see some connections certainly between Stravinsky and John Williams. I think the Star Wars score is just captivating, and both of the suites for the original trilogy and the new trilogy are a blast to play, especially as a trombone player, brass player in general. I think it's always enjoyable. I'm a big hockey fan. Being a Dallas native, I'm a huge Dallas Stars fan. And actually when I was in college as an undergraduate, I decided I wanted to try to play hockey for the first time at age 20, which was embarrassing. I was very, very, very bad for a while. It takes, as with anything, it takes a whole lot of practice, but I enjoy it immensely. I didn't play a lot of sports in my youth. I did some martial arts, but I never really got involved with sports until I was 20 years old, and I really started after watching Stars games for a couple years as an undergraduate, my first couple years in Dallas, and I just so fell in love with the game that I couldn't imagine not playing it, and I'm looking forward to getting back into that here in Nashville on my hours off.